vaccinations, so yeah, he should be too.
Good God Almighty. Welcome to Dave and Johnny Live. I'm Dave, and he's Johnny.
And we're not quarantined yet, right? Or?
No, this isn't a quarantine.
Who are we talking? We're talking about the Prime Minister, right?
Yeah, well, he's quarantined. The Prime Minister of the country's quarantined because his
rough.
wife has coronavirus.
Yeek.
I mean, good God Almighty, this thing is taking over. Obviously, we're going to be talking about it here on the show. We're still doing a show. A lot of people stopped doing shows. A lot of people are running out of stuff to talk about, but there's still a bunch of stuff going on in professional wrestling because the pro wrestling world doesn't stop. At least it hasn't stopped.
Doesn't die. Wrestling goes on.
Somehow,
That's right.
Wrestling has continued. We saw AEW this week. You know, they did a show on Wednesday night.
They'll do a show next week too.
But Thursday was kind of when everything went down, right? Thursday was when everything hit the fan and everything kind of, the NBA found a player that had coronavirus, so they suspended the season. Tom Hanks.
Fred was on the ball with that.
Tom Hanks had coronavirus.
When Tom Hanks fell, that's when it all went to hell.
Man, once Tom Hanks gets coronavirus, you know shit's real.
Sadly.
So Tom Hanks got the corona, and then everything got really serious. The NHL postponed the season. Yep. Major League Baseball ceased all operations. They said they're going to delay the start of the season by at least 2 weeks. And then everybody was like, uh-oh, this is going bananas. I went to the store. I bought a bunch of toilet paper,
It's good.
Yeah,
it's
man.
good.
I don't know. You got to prepare. I'm prepared. I'm fully stocked, dude.
Well, that's good.
I'm fully stocked. I'm when this show is over, I'm going to start cooking a big old meat sauce, like for pasta. I have a bunch of pasta. I'm going to make meat sauce, going to freeze that stuff, going to have tons of food.
Okay.
We're bunkering down. We're hunkered down.
Wow.
Yeah, things are getting crazy. They're canceling all the schools, right? All schools everywhere in the whole province of Quebec, at least. I don't know what's going to happen throughout the rest of the country, but it seems like schools are being shut down for at least 2 weeks.
No, it makes sense because you ban gatherings of over 250 people, and in some schools, in some classes, you have more than 250 people. So it just makes sense. And there's so many people in schools alone. I feel like schools should have been closed a while ago. I really felt Quebec was behind the ball in this one, unfortunately.
Maybe. I don't know, Big Johnny.
But thankfully, the gyms are still open.
Yes, the gyms are still open for now. For now. As far as response and how, I don't know. I'm hearing you need to get closer to your mic. I just got a word.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get as much saliva on this as possible.
Just get loud, Johnny. Just get really loud and amped up. But I think you're all right. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening right now. But as Wally points out, what's up, Wally, my main man? Wally, everything's wild out in Ireland. They canceled so much stuff. Ireland seemed to react a little bit faster than we did here. But I guess they were closer to the problem being in Europe, and things got shut down in Italy, over a week ago. Freddie's on the chat. What's up, Freddie?
It's good that everyone's doing something. Watching
hey, man.
us.
I mean, this is what we're going to be doing, and this is the plan. On the YouTube channel, we're not stopping because even if I'm in quarantine in the studio, so we're going to be watching stuff even if stuff isn't happening. If there are fights to cover, if there's wrestling to cover, we're going to continue covering it here on the YouTube channel. And if there isn't wrestling or fights to cover, we're going to go back and watch some old fights and do watch-alongs for some old stuff on the network or whatever. We'll watch Survivor Series 1997 together. Who knows?
That's fun, but I thought you said you were going to your bunker in Nova Scotia.
Well, that's if things get really scary.
Okay.
Then I'm shutting down all operations. That's if, it's like a full-on outbreak and everybody's... I don't know. I'm not...
I thought it was already, but
I'm not... Well, yeah, but I'm not, to the point where I'm scared for my own safety. But then I looked, and in Nova Scotia, they got the same deal over there. There's people with corona in Nova Scotia. I'm not going to escape it, no matter where I am, whether I'm here in Montreal, whether I'm in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. I think I'm screwed either way.
Well, it's good to know that you're screwed.
Well, I think we're all screwed. I mean, I think we'll be all right. Honestly, I think we'll be all right. It's a very bad flu, and it's very bad, and people will die, and people are dying, and it's unfortunate, and I feel for everybody affected by it, right? But I think if we're all safe and we're all taking, extra precautions, which we're doing.
All that Purell all the time.
Yeah, wash your hands, be safe, don't talk to strangers, what? Isn't that part of it?
No, it's not part of it.
Oh, well, I'm not talking to strangers. That's just something I was taught as a child, and I thought that was supposed to carry on throughout life, no? Don't talk to strangers?
No, I think at this point, too, help people if you need
At
to
what
help
point
people.
in life are you allowed to talk to strangers? How old do you have to be where it's like you can talk to strangers now? Right? I don't think it's safe now. I'm in my 30s. I don't think it's safe to talk to strangers. I don't talk to strangers. That's my advice for you. Wash your hands. Don't talk to strangers.
I think 18, 20. Yeah, 18, 20.
So if you're 17 years old, you should just, if a stranger comes up to you and starts talking to you, you just avoid them?
Yeah,
But if you're like
probably.
18 or 19, that's all right.
Yeah.
You could talk to strangers. As soon as you're of legal age, talk to all the strangers you want.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't seem like safe advice because you're going to have very little experience talking to the strangers. And then once you talk to the strangers, they might bamboozle you, you see?
Yeah, but hopefully by the time you're 18, you'll have seen other people talk to strangers.
Talk to the strangers.
You have experience.
I
and
see.
Just seeing how it goes.
I see.
I hope, anyways.
Patrick Hamilton says, count me in for a Royal Rumble watch-along. Thank you, Patrick. Freddie wants to do a Royal Rumble watch-along. 1992. He says he'll actually come down here for that.
Wow,
So,
92.
All right, maybe we'll do a Royal Rumble 1992 watch-along. Patrick wants it. Freddie wants it. It seems to be hopping on the chat right now, so okay.
Okay, we can do that. I like the 194 actually more, but it's okay. Flair 192.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but 94 is
With
better.
a tear in my eye. This is the greatest moment of my life.
Yeah, it was good.
Classic. Great promo.
I thought 94 would
With
Brett.
a tear in my eye. Perfect standing behind him. That was great.
Bobby Eaton was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say Bobby Eaton?
Heenan.
Heenan.
Heenan, yeah. I
Yeah.
meant to say that.
It sounded like you said Bobby Eaton.
He's also a very good wrestler. They're both very good wrestlers, actually. Heenan was a better manager. Arguably the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'd say he's the number one manager of all time, number one color commentator of all time. Bobby Heenan? 100%.
That's tough, though. Jerry's pretty good. Lawler's very good.
Lawler's great, but Heenan I thought was sharper, better lines, more fun.
Yeah, but I found he was better with Gorilla than he was with Tony, though. Schiavone,
Yeah. Well, Jerry's better with, JR than he is with Michael Cole.
Yeah, but I find he's doing great right now. He's like the best one right now.
Yeah, right now. But who's he even with?
He's with Saxton and the other guy who was on NXT UK.
One of the Toms?
Yeah, the guy who was on that, he got exposed because he was sending stupid pictures to a woman or something.
One of the Toms, right?
Yeah, one of the Toms. I can't remember. I think Phillips.
I don't know. There's so many of those Toms walking around. Jericho pointed it out very nicely there with Kevin Owens. That was great stuff. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen right now as far as WWE. What we do know right now is that in Detroit, Michigan, there was supposed to be a SmackDown show tonight. That is not happening.
Well, SmackDown's happening.
SmackDown's happening, not in Detroit.
Right.
The mayor of Detroit said no. So they're going to do it at the Performance Center in Orlando.
Cool.
Right now, the city of Tampa has said that they are going to wait until next week to make a decision whether or not to allow WrestleMania and WrestleMania week to go on.
So I guess they're just pretty much waiting to see what happens with this, right?
We're 3 weeks away from WrestleMania.
Scary.
3 weeks away from WrestleMania, and we don't know if it's going to happen or not.
I feel like it's going to happen. I mean, they're delaying it so much. Unless this gets really bad, I think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
How come?
I don't think it's going to happen in front of people.
It's questionable.
At this point, if it happens, it's in an empty stadium.
Performance Center?
WrestleMania at the Performance Center? I'd rather it be in an empty stadium or at least a stadium with WWE employees filling the first couple rows. I guess WrestleMania at the Performance Center? in front of plants? Because that's what it's going to be, right?
Right.
And I'm not talking about our mayor. I'm talking about, plants in the audience, I'm talking about WrestleMania at the Performance Center in front of NXT trainees and WWE employees. That's who's going to be in the audience for SmackDown tonight, and it's going to be weird.
Yeah, but you got John Cena there. It's worth it to do it.
John Cena's going to be there?
Yeah.
I didn't know John Cena was going to be there. Oh, well, that saves the show. You could do a 30-minute promo. Cena could just uplift the nation,
Yeah, good luck doing that.
Yeah,
but okay.
Cena for president. Are you kidding me? Cena doing a promo on SmackDown is going to be great.
What was his last uplifting promo? It was like how great Saudi Arabia is, and then he doesn't wrestle in Saudi Arabia anymore?
Well, I don't know if that's because of... Oh, yeah, no, it was political things,
It was
right?
very political.
Yeah. Well, John Cena goes where the money is. Whatever. I think Cena will help the show, but it's still going to be odd in front of not a real crowd, right? And that's going to happen live, 8 p.m. tonight on Fox. I can't wait. Like, I really am curious to see what that's going to be like, and I'm wondering now, is this going to be the new normal for the WWE going forward, at least for the next few weeks? They have a show in Pittsburgh, Raw, Monday night, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anybody from Pittsburgh out there? Anybody know what the status is in Pittsburgh? Are they doing shows in Pittsburgh? Stone Cold Steve Austin is supposed to be on Raw Monday night. 3/16, March 16th. Stone Cold, Raw, Pittsburgh. 3 weeks away from WrestleMania.
Well,
is that happening?
I'm not sure, but they definitely canceled their house show on Sunday. I think it was in Allenstown.
What about the show in Toronto?
Yeah, I looked up for that. I couldn't see if it was canceled or not. I imagine it is if they canceled a Sunday show, but...
Yeah, I would imagine that Toronto would be canceled, right? Weren't they going to be in Toronto tomorrow?
They were.
Where's Antoinette?
She was asking about that, too.
She had tickets. Oh, it's canceled.
Well, there we go. Good.
It has been canceled. Refunds are available. I'm
She
just
was looking
checking out
for one.
WWE Toronto right now. It is canceled. Apparently,
Let her know where she got a
I
refund.
don't know. I'm seeing that it's canceled. That's what I don't know. I'm seeing it. It's not confirmed. I'm just seeing it on people saying on Twitter that it is canceled.
Oh, but WWE hasn't confirmed it
I
yet.
don't think WWE has confirmed that it is canceled. Have they confirmed that other house shows are canceled?
Allenstown, yeah.
Allenstown,
It was on Sunday, I think.
that's Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's not looking likely then.
Probably not. Sadly. There's a good chance we might get Raw SmackDown for the next couple of weeks at the Performance Center.
That's what it looks like.
And if that happens, does that jeopardize Stone Cold Steve Austin being there?
I don't know. John Cena showing up to the Performance Center tonight. I don't think that would stop Austin from showing up. No, I don't think it would.
Hope not.
I think Austin still shows up even if they're at the Performance Center. I think Austin shows up no matter what.
Okay. Well,
You need Austin, man. 3 hours?
I've seen some wrestlers say, like, until this is over, I'm not wrestling. Not in WWE.
I'm seeing Derek John saying that the Toronto show is canceled. I haven't seen anything official from WWE, but I am seeing a lot of people saying that the show is canceled, so it looks like the Toronto show is canceled, which makes a lot of sense. I think it was supposed to be tomorrow, which is just, it's not happening. Nothing's happening.
Your Yankees game got canceled.
Yeah, man.
It sucks, I know. But it has to be.
It sucks big time.
Yeah, but...
I was supposed to see the Yankees. I had tickets to see... Derek John saying WWE did make an official...
Announcement, yeah.
Announcement. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I was looking around. I'm sure it's out there. I believe Derek John. He knows. He's a good man.
Yeah, I'll take his word.
Yeah.
About your tickets and Yankees?
Yeah. Just so distraught about it. Yeah, I had tickets to see the Blue Jays and Yankees, two preseason games, spring training, just before the season was supposed to start. On the 23rd and 24th, they were supposed to play here in Montreal. I'm a big Yankee fan. It's the first time the Yankees have been to Montreal since, the Expos were here and there was interleague play.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
So, yeah, the Blue Jays haven't played the Yankees in any of these series. I've been waiting for the Yankees. This is the team I've been wanting to see. That's my team. And now those games are canceled, obviously, because in this province where we live, we're not allowed to have gatherings of over 250 people.
Safety.
So no,
I agree with safety.
I agree with it too, but man, I'm bummed out about it because I'm not going to get to see the Yankees, man. And I don't want to make any kind of plans to travel to New York to see them at this point. I'm not traveling anywhere.
I think the real disappointment is they didn't reschedule it too. Like it's never going to happen now.
It's not going to happen.
That's really
It's
disappointing.
just not happening. Maybe next year.
Like at least if WrestleMania doesn't happen in April, at least it'll happen eventually.
Will it?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Well, how do you keep going WWE TV without WrestleMania?
Hey, just keep building shows. You give away some of the matches and just change up WrestleMania what it would be eventually.
When it eventually does happen.
Right.
Do you think, what do you think they're going to do for Mania? Because I think for TV, they've shown, look, we can do SmackDown at the Performance Center. We'll figure it out. Until the U.S. government says you have to shut down, they will not shut down, and they will keep doing stuff at the Performance Center. Until the state of Florida says no, or the federal government says no, the WWE is going to keep going.
I love it.
At the Performance Center. I mean, Vince,
won't die.
He is who he is. He will not quit.
I love it.
And he's a guy who's at risk of dying. I mean, if Vince got the the coronavirus, the performance virus, it would be a performance virus for me, pal. It would just enhance me. I'm not scared. I don't get sick. He's not scared of anything. He doesn't believe in sickness. I mean, this is the type of guy that you're dealing with who's in charge of a multi-billion-dollar company. I heard the XFL people are like, they're done. They're shut down, and all their medical expenses are being taken care of while they're shut down. I'm like, what about the wrestlers? How about them? They're the guys.
Contractors.
They're the guys. They're the reason why there is a football league. Off their blood and sweat and tears.
Not real employees. The XFL players are actual real employees.
Bullshit.
I know it is, but
bullshit. It's ridiculous.
So what happens when you sign the contract? Like you should have signed that contract.
Shame. I don't know what they're gonna do for WrestleMania. I think
they have an idea. They have some backup plans. I think it's still gonna happen.
Empty stadium, or they just keep doing TV. I think you might be right. I don't think they do a WrestleMania at the Performance Center. They might do like a network special type of deal.
Okay.
But I don't think they do a straight up WrestleMania at the Performance Center. It would just be weird. I think they might push it and say, look, when everything calms down, we'll do WrestleMania. SummerSlam will be Mania this year. I don't know, man. Or you just cancel Mania. Like, that's the other thing. If you push WrestleMania, you push it to, maybe July, but then what? WrestleMania happens, and then the next month is SummerSlam? It's weird.
Well,
I don't know how they pull that off. I don't know how you push WrestleMania given the WWE's current schedule and how they do things. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't think they have really any idea how they would do it. We know how the WWE operates, John. They don't really know day to day. I mean, they show up the day of a show, and they're doing one thing. And then by the end of the show, it's a completely different show. So to give the WWE credit for having long-term planning and foresight, I think is giving them a little too much credit, because we've seen how they operate their day-to-day TV. It's a crapshoot most days. So as far as a long-term plan on what they might do for WrestleMania and a backup, at this point, business as usual, pal. And they're going to put pressure on Tampa to make them allow it to happen. That's what they're going to do. And the WWE is very powerful in the state of Florida. Make no mistake. Tampa gets a lot of manias. Orlando, there's a lot of wrestlers and wrestling stuff there. The Performance Center's there. The WWE's thought about moving their entire headquarters there. There's a lot of money involved here.
Of course.
And the WWE has a lot of power in the state of Florida. A lot of power. And if they want WrestleMania to happen, they might just get it to happen.
If anyone
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. Would you go? If you had tickets to Mania, I told you, John, man, I was going to surprise you with these tickets to Mania, but here, I'm not going. You got 2 tickets to Mania. Or I say, hey, John, let's go to Mania. Are you coming with me? I have 2 tickets for Mania. It's all expenses paid. Mania. Are you going? If it's as is, 80,000 people from around the world
Well, not really, right? Because a lot of Europe's like cut off from the States.
Oh, yeah, they're not allowed to come.
Right.
So 60,000 people from around the world.
That's still a lot.
Are you going?
I feel like I would, because, I mean, when else are you ever going to go to WrestleMania?
I don't know, man. I'm not going. I would cancel my trip. I would not go to Mania. Mania week. Somebody pointed out, wrestling fans aren't known for being the most hygienic.
Okay.
Some of us.
It happens, unfortunately.
Right? You've been to wrestling shows.
Yeah.
Some fans, Come on, guys. This is...
But I imagine
this is serious business. I wouldn't want to be in an arena with 60,000 people. When I'm sitting here and the guy who runs my province, now if you don't understand, if you're American, province is like a state. So it's like the governor, right? So the governor of my state, or the premier of my province, if you're Canadian and you get what I'm saying. If you're from somewhere else, I don't know your form of government, so deal with it. Hopefully you understood what I meant, right? It's mostly states and governors or premiers and provinces, right?
Wally gets it, don't worry.
Wally gets it. We all get it. So this guy says you can't have more than 250 people in one room altogether. Okay? This is here. Now you're telling me you're going to group 60,000 people in Florida? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. Fuck out of here. If the guy who's in charge of the province here is telling me more than 250 people, it's dangerous. We got a problem. And then Vince is telling me, come to WrestleMania, pal. 80,000 people sold out. I'm like, yeah, all right, Vince. I'm good on that. No, thank you.
Well,
no merci.
It won't be sold out now, right? If it happens. But if it happens, it means it's like not as bad as
it's already
it used to be.
sold out.
Yeah, whatever. They can tell us whatever number, 90,000, whatever. Who cares?
600,000 people.
Yeah. But if it happens at all, right, it means it's not as bad as it used to be, the virus. They've somewhat controlled it by then.
Hopefully.
So?
You would hope. You don't know.
No, I don't know.
People are coming out left and right. I got the virus. Everybody says they got the virus now.
People say they have the cure to the virus.
Do they? Can I have it? I mean, if there's a shot to take, I'll take that shot. You want to give me the coronavirus shot so I don't have it? That'd be good. Where's that at?
I imagine, like, if they're working on one, which I'm sure they are, it's going to take a long time for someone like you and me to get it.
The Canadian government has just advised Canadians to avoid all non-essential international travel. How about no shit, Canadian government? What the fuck?
This should have been done like weeks ago, actually.
Yeah,
but
what do you mean? How about in general in your life, avoid all non-essential international travel? I mean, if you're traveling and it's not essential, what are you doing it for? Stop traveling.
Well,
just wandering around the globe. What are you doing? Spreading viruses.
But a lot of people love traveling, so that's
yeah, like leisure travel you're talking about. So they're saying if you have to travel for business internationally, I'm like, all right, if it's essential that you have to travel because it's like whatever, do it. I don't understand what is non-essential.
Well, you travel for business or pleasure. You can't travel for pleasure now, apparently.
And the Prime Minister says he's feeling all right. He has no symptoms, but he's remaining in self-isolation for 14 days, even though his wife has it.
Well, it's good to be safe. I'm glad that he's a good role model for that.
Nice to know that, like, your wife can have it, but you can avoid it. Like, good to know for me, just in case,
Yeah, the exit plan. I understand.
If she gets it and I don't, then it's like, hey, well, at least one of us survives. I mean, she won't die, but I'm saying, like, it's good to know that it's possible to be in close proximity. I mean, he was close to her, right? And he seems to be all right. So that's kind of, it's like, oh, well, it's not like 100%. You stand next to somebody, they go, and you're dead, I don't know how this shit works. This is a wrestling show, brother.
Well,
scary times.
Just be safe. That's the main thing, right?
Take care.
Wash your hands.
Spike your hair. What did Zack Ryder used to say? Take care, spike your hair.
I don't remember that.
Take care, brush your hair. What was it? Take care. Spike your hair. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. No?
I don't
Nobody?
remember that. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fred says remake Goldust versus Piper Hollywood match. Do battle royals, junkyard fights, all gimmick WrestleMania, like all outdoor matches.
Well,
Street matches, street fights, all Mania. Avoid having it in the arena. Do like a Piper Goldust, through the streets deal. He wanted to redo the WCW monster truck thing that you like as well. They could just have a monster truck match. Avoid all human contact.
it's an idea. I don't know if they'll do that, though. I think they're okay with the wrestlers. I imagine Vince got a lot of his wrestlers tested. I would hope anyway. I'm pretty sure he would.
Doubtful.
Like, he wouldn't risk that.
You come on.
You don't think like guys like John Cena haven't been tested? Brock Lesnar?
Well, maybe those guys.
Yeah, but you can't just have them.
Brock Lesnar's in isolation for the most part. Like, Brock's fine. John Cena, he travels all around.
Right, but they're...
John Cena should be tested. If I were on SmackDown, I'd be like, hey, Cena, where you been? Where you been the last week? Who have you seen, John Cena? You know? I don't trust John Cena. John Cena goes to China a lot, too. Speaks Chinese.
But he was filming the movie, no? I think Fast 9 was...
I don't know what he was doing. I'm just saying John Cena travels a lot. If he's not tested before SmackDown, I wouldn't feel safe as a WWE wrestler. How about that?
Wow.
How about that? I think they should be testing all their wrestlers. If they're going to continue to do shows,
right?
If I'm a camera guy, if I'm a person that is an NXT trainee, and I've been told, well, you have to sit in the audience tonight, I'm like, well, have you tested Cena for the coronavirus?
Well, I think...
Have you tested Bray Wyatt for the coronavirus? He looks like he's got something. That's just the Fiend, I guess. I don't know.
Either way, everyone should be tested.
If I'm Bray Wyatt, I'm staying in the Firefly Funhouse, right? It's like, I'm staying in the Funhouse, guys. And when I come out, I'm wearing the Fiend mask and a surgical mask on top of the Fiend mask.
That's an idea.
New gimmick,
He
brother.
wears gloves, so it's good.
Yeah, very good. I saw a guy, Purell, with gloves on yesterday.
That's stupid, but okay.
It was very stupid.
So, like, he's holding stuff and everything gets all, like, oily?
I don't know, man. And I was looking at him while he did it. And he was looking at me like, what? And I was like, what are you doing, man? You know, I didn't say anything, but I just gave him a look like, what? Am I seeing what I'm seeing here? Shocking. People are like going extra bananas.
Well,
Purelling hands with gloves on? What is the world coming to?
it's becoming a lot more fearful, it seems.
I feel healthy. How do you feel?
Not bad.
You know anybody with coronavirus?
No.
Me neither.
I know what you were asking yesterday, and, like, everyone else seemed to be off on their own little thing.
AJ was like talking about other. He's like, yeah, Tom Hanks. I'm like, no, AJ, you don't know Tom Hanks. I'm just saying, like, everybody's really scared. But how many of you actually know somebody who has coronavirus personally? You know, not many. No one I know knows anybody even that has coronavirus. I'm asking people. I'm like, you know anybody that's got it? No one says yes. No one says yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? I mean, it's happening. We should be vigilant. We should be extra precautious. However, I still feel all right because no one I know has it. No one I know knows anybody that has it. I don't have a friend of a friend who has it, you know? So for now, I'm not panicking. I feel healthy. Everything's fine. Remain indoors. That's all I'm doing. I'm just like, I'm not going out, but I'm all right now.
Well, it's also healthy to get some sunshine when you can.
Oh, I mean, I stand on the balcony for a while.
Okay.
Get some sunshine. Get some rays. You need the rays, brother. Work on the tan.
Yeah, sure. Well, have your multivitamins daily. It's good for you. With something to eat as well.
There you go. Johnny North health advice. Look at this guy. Jack to the gills.
It helps.
Took his shirt off before the show. He changed shirts. I was like, by God, look at you, jacked.
Yeah, I had to calm you down a little bit there.
Oh, so impressed. Look at you. You're a monster.
Yeah, I know.
You're in good shape, man. Congratulations.
That's why I said bodybuilding contest against us, but, I guess it wouldn't be a contest.
You and me bodybuilding? Well, I said we could do bodybuilding, but then MMA right after. That's the deal. I'll do a bodybuilding contest against you, knowing I will probably lose, although I've got a lot of peaks and valleys, brother.
You like to believe so, all right.
Oh, brother, you've seen me. You know what's up. But then we have an MMA fight.
Oh, I just got to sit on you for 3 minutes. It's okay.
I don't think you'll be able to stay on me for that long.
I'll have AJ in my corner. Give me tips.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot of tips. Real fighting isn't pro wrestling.
Right. But wrestling's tough.
Wrestling's definitely tough. I'm not going to say you're not tough. I'm just going to say you wouldn't know how to close the deal.
Well, that's why I got AJ coaching me.
I've got many ways to close the deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all. I got a lot of tricks. I'm tricky.
I think AJ's got the advantage over you. He's got a better belt than you.
Well, let's see, AJ. I keep inviting him to be on the mats, I've also got like a good,
he told me he did.
I've got a solid 16 years on him, too, so that doesn't hurt.
He said last time you didn't show up, so.
Fred says, come roll Johnny next week. Fred, he's going to be there.
Well, yeah, but when you guys roll, I'm always busy, though. Like, you guys never roll when I want to roll.
All right, well, we'll talk about it, but maybe Thursday?
Wednesdays are better. See? It never works out right.
No bueno.
Yeah,
maybe. We'll see. We'll see if the gyms remain open.
That's a good question.
I think Freddie's jiu-jitsu gym is going to close for a couple weeks.
Oh, snap.
I don't know if my gym's going to remain open or not, but I think Freddie's like looking for some rolls, so Freddie's going to come roll with us next week, which is going to be awesome. Pretty hyped about that.
So you're just going to put mats down here and just roll around?
No, I think, if the gym is open, we'll go to my gym.
Ah.
If it's not, we'll figure it out.
We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad. I hope not.
Oh, man, this Corona thing, brother. The UFC is supposed to do a show in Brazil tomorrow, and as far as I know, it's still going on, just without people in the arena.
Apparently, they said all UFC events are still going to happen.
Well, that's what Dana said. He said the next 2 weeks, at least, are going to still happen, and they have a show next week in London, England, Tyron Woodley against Leon Edwards. And Dana seems to say that if that fight doesn't happen in England, they're going to do it at the UFC Performance Center in Vegas. And Francis Ngannou came out and said that he is happy that his fight is being moved from Columbus, Ohio to the UFC Performance Center in Vegas. That fight night is supposed to be the 28th of March. So apparently the UFC's told Ngannou that his fight's going to be in Vegas now at the UFC's Performance Institute, kind of their version of the Performance Center. So they've got their own center, and they can broadcast out of there. And apparently, that's their contingency plan. If they can't do the fights in an arena, if they can't do the fights in front of people, if they can't do the fights in these cities, they're just going to do everything out of Vegas. And, of course, everybody's saying that's all well and good for, the fight nights, but what about Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov? That's the big fight. That's the big pay-per-view. That's UFC 249. It's supposed to be in Brooklyn, New York on, April the 18th, I think the date is, which is like 5 weeks away here. So that's the big fight, biggest fight of the year. April 18th in Brooklyn. We're 5 weeks away, and people are starting to wonder.
Well, it seems like with a lot of things, you'll know closer to the date. You'll see how this is evolving. If it's gotten worse, maybe, they just cancel it completely. Because nobody from the UFC has tested positive for this virus yet. If that happens, I could see UFC canceling some shows. Same thing with WWE.
I think they're going to start canceling shows.
I hope not.
I don't think they're going to do these, all these shows in Vegas. They might do the Woodley fight next Saturday, but I would be surprised if they do the one the following Saturday. I don't even know if the UFC show in Brazil in the empty arena is still going to happen. There's pressure from a lot of people for it not to happen tomorrow. And right now, it's supposed to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the day or some point tomorrow, they cancel the thing outright.
Well, because it's still going to be in Brazil, right? It's not at the
How many
performance.
people are going to be in the building?
I have no idea. Probably not.
Over 250?
Really?
Well, the fighters,
Okay.
their teams, the UFC people, the commission, the camera people, the production staff. How many people is that? Is that more than 250? Because in Quebec, that would be illegal.
Yeah, but Brazil, different rules.
But I'm saying, if this is the rule here, I'm going to, like, if you apply it to other places, it kind of gets weird. Like, tonight, WWE at the Performance Center. How many people are going to be there?
Yeah, probably over
In total.
200. I imagine over 200, no?
250 is the number.
So maybe they'll be close. It says limited, too. Even AEW, limited attendance.
AEW is not going to be in Rochester next week and not going to be in Newark the week after. They're moving their shows to limited attendance to Jacksonville, Florida. It seems like Florida is the hub. Like, if you want to put on wrestling, go to Florida. I mean, is anybody surprised? Florida, man.
Yeah, but it still doesn't seem like you can actually get a ticket to that show, though, which is sad.
You can't get a ticket for the AEW show. It's going to be like limited attendance,
Or
everything.
SmackDown.
Friends and family.
I mean, it's cool. This stuff's happening in your area, but you still can't go and see it.
In Orlando, you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Florida wrestling fans get a lot, and I don't know. If I lived in Tampa, I'd be like, please don't have WrestleMania here. I don't want all sorts of people from all around the world coming here.
Well, that's
I don't know.
the plan for WrestleMania, no?
That's the plan for WrestleMania right now, 3 weeks away.
Hopefully it happens. I really want it to happen.
What do you mean, hopefully it happens, though? Like, you think it should?
I think if it does happen, it means this has gotten better, the situation.
I hope it happens if it means everything's better. But
Right.
do you think it will happen?
I'm very hopeful.
Do you think WrestleMania will happen on the 5th of April?
If I had to take a guess, I'll say yes.
I'd say no.
Okay, fine.
I don't think we're going to have a WrestleMania on the 5th of April, and I'm not sure we have a WrestleMania at all this year.
Wow. I mean, no, we will, I think.
That's where we're at.
Wally saying something?
I don't know. Fred's saying stuff. Wally's saying stuff. Derek John is on the chat. Woods MMA UK out in London, England. He wants to know where AJ is. AJ just does the MMA stuff on the pro wrestling. Although AJ was going to be here, right?
What do you mean?
Or for WrestleMania.
Oh, really? That was the plan?
Yeah, AJ was going to be here for WrestleMania. We were going to have a big WrestleMania watch-along party.
Wow.
It was going to be a Ringside Report Network extravaganza. And now, I don't know.
Well, you don't have any more watch-alongs till WrestleMania, so.
Maybe we'll watch old WrestleManias and tell AJ that it's a new WrestleMania and see what he thinks.
Didn't he watch the one with Ronda?
Wow, Hulk Hogan looks so good.
So ridiculous, but yeah.
Oh, man.
I thought he watched the one with Ronda where it was a tag match. So 33 or 34?
Yeah, 34.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he watched it with us.
Maybe. Well, we're supposed to do a watch-along for Mania. If it happens, we still will. If it doesn't happen, we'll do something else on the channel. Like, we're still going to be here for you on the Ringside Report Network channel. Dave and Johnny Live. Wrestling Uncensored is going to come up. And we're going to talk a little bit about the coronavirus on Wrestling Uncensored. But I also want to talk about, like, what happened in wrestling this week. Because stuff happened, and it was good.
Well, it's still status quo in terms of wrestling. Like, everything still is going according to plan, so.
Kind of. Well, not everything. I mean, SmackDown.
Yeah, except SmackDown, but still, it's happening.
That's the only thing that's changed so far for WWE.
Right.
Tonight's SmackDown.
Probably Raw, I'm going to guess, too.
Probably Raw in Pittsburgh, not happening.
Right.
Probably going to be at the Performance Center.
And AEW's changes. But
AEW changing for the next 2 weeks. So the 18th, this Wednesday in Rochester, moving to Jacksonville. The 25th, the following week in Newark, moving to Jacksonville. But then the 1st of April, they're still scheduled to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But obviously, things could change.
yeah, everything's subject to change.
Everything. Like
Read your card.
Raw and SmackDown, you know? They're supposed to go to Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Texas, Chicago, Atlanta, Tampa, Fort Worth, Texas on the 23rd. Is that going to happen in Fort Worth?
For people who are in Texas, yes, I hope so.
Would hope so, but I don't know, man. Right now, everything seems to be shutting down. They closed all the schools and everything in this province. They seem to be shutting down everything around the world. It's a scary time to be alive. Something that I have never seen in my 30-plus years on this earth. Never seen anything like this.
I thought the ice storm was kind of bad and everything kind of closed for that in 98.
That wasn't a global thing, though. It wasn't the whole world being affected by it.
It was just our world.
When's the last time the whole world was, like, shut down?
Wasn't there a flu back in, like, 2009 or something? Like,
Not like this, man.
a lot of people died.
You
in
think
that.
it was like this? You think seriously, John, do you really think that this is comparable to anything that you've seen in your lifetime?
No, but, like, it's
Like,
different.
were schools shut down in 2009 for 2 weeks?
It's different.
I mean, that's an indefinite shutdown. It's 2 weeks and then maybe more if it's not better.
It's a bigger impact on the world, without question, but...
And I would like to commend the great John Jones. He is going to start putting some of his money and his efforts into supporting single parents who now have to deal with their kids not having school.
Wow. That's nice.
So John Jones says he's trying to help parents in Albuquerque who have to deal with no school and no daycare and possibly no jobs very soon. So John Jones being charitable right now. He says he couldn't care less about fighting. It's all about helping people right now. So good for John Jones, man. You know, John Jones takes a lot of shit from a lot of people. A lot of people want to say bad things about John Jones, but he's out there. He's trying to help. So good for you, John Jones. Good man.
Yeah, that's great.
Helping people in Albuquerque.
It's fantastic.
I think he's turned his life around.
I wouldn't say that.
I hope so. I think he's getting there.
I think he's trying to redeem himself a bit.
He's growing up.
In ways. He's
So,
trying.
so are you, Big Johnny. So are you.
I'm always growing.
That's true. Sometimes in weird ways. Johnny, tell us about your next wrestling match. Are you wrestling soon? What's happening? You didn't wrestle last weekend. Are you going to wrestle again? Like, what's the deal? Are your matches canceled?
Well, as I know, so far, March 29th, I'm still wrestling at the Torture Chamber. They posted the poster yesterday.
Are there fewer than 250 people? Because I know IWS, they canceled their show.
They did.
Because they have more than 250, right?
I feel most indie feds have canceled their shows.
Yeah, I'm surprised that your show isn't canceled at this point. On the 29th, I guess, that's outside of the 2-week window.
Right. So I think, again, they're playing it by ear. Seeing how things
because they're starting this like 2-week. I mean, it's not a lockdown of any sort. It's just like they're shutting down the schools and all the daycares and everything for 2 weeks. But that's starting Monday.
Is it?
Right? Yeah. I think it starts Monday. So, you know, by the 20, that's here anyways. That's here. I don't know about the rest of the world, but as far as your matches, like that starts Monday, and if it lasts 2 weeks, that would go until the 30th of the shutdown of the schools, where the schools might come back on the 30th. So the 29th, I guess you have a chance of possibly having a wrestling match, but they're cutting down all assembly of people for 250 people or more. If it's under, you know, if it's 248 people,
right?
Is it all right?
I'm not sure. Again, playing it by ear.
And you're fine to wrestle, though. You're good to go. If there's a show, if you're booked, brother, you're in.
If Drew Onyx wants me to wrestle for him, I'd wrestle for him.
If there's jiu-jitsu to do, like, I'm down to do it. You know, like, I'm kind of in the same. It's like I don't really want to leave my house for anything except to kind of roll around on the mats. That's pretty much it.
Well, it's not like
the only reason I would leave my house at this point.
I don't think I'd do just any show at this point.
I don't want to go to work anymore, to be honest.
Well, you're working right now.
Yeah, well, hit us up on the super chat so I can quit my job, my other job, so I can stop working and I won't be, near human beings. I don't want to be near human beings anymore, you know? Other than human beings that I can screen before I come here. I'm going to get coronavirus tests, and every time somebody comes in here, I'm going to test you for it. And then Freddie told me yesterday, he said, if you hold your breath for 30 seconds, take a big deep breath, and you hold your breath for 30 seconds, if you can do that without coughing, it's like a good sign. Because apparently that's like a test that they give people. That's Freddie Garcia medical advice, totally not a doctor. But that's what he told me and AJ, and we both did it, and we didn't cough. So I think we're good.
That's good. I'll do that off air because it seems kind of ridiculous right now.
Yeah. Let's end the show so you could do that test, John, because right now I don't trust that you're not doing it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not doing it right now because I told you we'll do it off air.
Do it now.
Do it now? Okay.
Yeah, do it now. John's going to hold his breath. No, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Oh, wait. Fred said it was debunked. It's not true. Forget it. Totally debunked. Fred's spreading fake news once again. Fred's always giving me fake news and fake advice. That's not real.
I thought AJ does that.
Yeah, Fred does it. Fred does it too from time to time. I was telling Fred last night, I was like, I don't think that's true, Fred. That's just Fred Garcia advice. And AJ's like, no, this sounds real. And I'm like, I don't know, man. And now Fred himself is saying it's debunked. Forget it.
It sounded ridiculous anyway, so I'm kind of glad I don't have to do that.
Debunked. All right. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for checking in to our buddy Patrick C. Hamilton. Thank you very much to Wally Byrne, my main man out in Ireland. Freddie Garcia, my man. Derek John, Bob Cote, Woods MMA UK. Everybody checking in on the chat. Everybody watching on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you very much. We will be back next week on Dave and Johnny Live. Same place, same time. And we'll have an update on everything going on. I'm sure it's going to be pretty wild, right?
Well, there's also Wrestling Uncensored tomorrow.
Yeah, Wrestling Uncensored as well. Wrestling Uncensored tomorrow will drop on the channel. It's going to premiere 10 a.m. tomorrow. You can super chat, send us your questions. We will answer them. And watch the show and download it as well if you want to listen to the podcast. RingsideReport.net. Last night's show is up there right now. If you missed Freddie and AJ and myself last night talking MMA and all sorts of other stuff, you can download the podcast on iTunes. You could watch the show right now on YouTube, on the channel, and you could go to RingsideReport.net and do all of those things at once, you know? So the show from last night is available. We talked about the UFC and the coronavirus and everything going on there. And, AJ had a surgical mask on. It was a good time.
It's too bad if me and AJ can't go to the burlesque show that we're planning to go to now. I told you this already, by the way. We mentioned this before.
Yeah.
It's too bad if we can't go now.
It's too bad. When is that?
It was supposed to be, I believe, April 3rd? Yes, April 3rd.
Womp.
Wow, it's too bad.
Oh, well. You and AJ can't go to a burlesque show together.
It would have been cool
That's
to meet...
really the least of the concerns, I think.
Oh, it would have been cool to meet porn stars. Like,
They're porn stars?
a lot of them are porn stars, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you want to meet them?
Well, AJ seemed very excited about it. I don't know if you heard him talk about that.
No, he's very excited?
Yeah, he's super excited about it. But now I have to disappoint him, unfortunately.
Because it's not going to happen now.
Probably not.
Poor AJ. All right, guys.
Sad way to end it. I'm sorry.
All right, yeah. AJ doesn't get to meet porn stars. Very sad, very sad. I'm sure it would have been a good story for Ringside Report.
Great video we were going to do, too.
AJ and Johnny with some porn stars. Oh, well. I'm sure you'll have another chance to hang out with those lovely ladies.
You never know.
You never know. Okay, that's Dave and Johnny Live. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Watch Wrestling Uncensored. Watch Ringside Report. Like the video. Leave a comment. Follow the channel. Subscribe. Click the bell when you do. Thank you, everybody. This has been Dave and Johnny Live. Take care. Spike your hair. Wash your hands. Don't talk to strangers. Be safe. Stay away from the coronavirus. You can drink Corona, though. It's totally safe. Drink responsibly, obviously. But,
Drink water.
You can eat Chinese food, too. It's all good. Okay? We love you. Be safe. We'll talk to you again soon. We'll all be fine. Okay? Stay safe.